Hey guys, welcome to the show where we talk to the people that inspire, motivate and entertain you. Today we're going to be talking to Ellie Living Healthy on Instagram. She has almost 15,000 followers and she's joined us today to speak to us at Battersea Park. Okay, Ellie, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
So I'm a full-time speech therapist. I work in the NHS. I work with adults. I work in intensive care and neurosurgery full-time. And then on the side I kind of do my blog and my Instagram and I guess I'm a runner and a wannabe triathlete.
Wannabe triathlete.
Wannabe triathlete. I'm not going to go there yet.
Not yet. So a bit about the blog as well. So what's it about?
What is it about? So when I started my Instagram page when I was training for the Peterborough Half Marathon years ago, I'd just been on, I think Instagram was quite new and I downloaded it and I was scrolling through and I was like, there's so many girls doing really cool things already. I'm just going to start putting my training stuff out there, kind of hold myself accountable, kind of document it in some way. And it just kind of went from there, and I found that the kind of people were like wanting a bit more long form or talking about different things. And we were on holiday. I was on holiday with my husband, and he was like, "We'll just start a blog." Like, he's got a background in kind of domain names and the internet, and he was like, "Just start a blog. I'll show you how to do WordPress." So I spent that kind of week on holiday, setting up my blog and trying to get my head around WordPress, and just started putting out kind of longer content. I try to aim for every week. It doesn't always happen.
How do you find updating the blogs whilst working full time and keeping active on Instagram?
It's patchy.
Patchy.
So sometimes I'll be really good and I'll get something out every week. Other times there's like months of gap. I'm getting better at it. I'm trying to, if I'm like walking on my commute, I know you shouldn't walk and type at the same time, but I'll type things in notes, or if I'm on the train somewhere, I'll type something in notes, and then it's about just kind of then transferring it across and adding photos. And so yeah.
If someone was to kind of find the blog for the first time, what would you say to them to kind of expect on it? What kind of information would be on it?
There's race reviews, there's a load of the RunThrough ones that I've done, there's kind of weeks in my training, there's some product reviews of different trainers that I've tried or other things. I've tried to do a little series at the moment about the best running basics, because there's lots of people starting marathon training for the first time. So there's things like my favourite socks, or like different types of trainers, and different things to keep warm in the winter, and so I'm trying to do that at the moment. But it's just kind of whatever's been going on, or if something inspires me, I'll try and write a little blog post about it.
Right, so a bit about running itself and how you got into it. Like, how did you get into it?
Well, I've always been really active. I was really active at school. I swam a lot, and I actually played rugby quite a lot.
Rugby, okay.
So I ran as like a background to that to keep training. And then I went off to university and I played lacrosse.
Where did you go?
UCL.
UCL.
So kind of came to London, never left.
Yeah.
And I played lacrosse, so I kind of did a lot of running in the background to that to be match fit and things like that.
Yep.
And then after university, it was just a cheap, easy thing to do to keep fit and keep active. And I think it might have been 2013, 2014, my mum wanted to run the Peterborough Half Marathon, and she roped me into it as well. So then I started training for that, and that was the kind of the first proper race that I'd done. And it was super slow. It was like, I think it was nearly 2.5 hours that it took me, but it was really flat, which was great.
What time do you do now for the half marathon?
Just under 2 hours.
Just under 2 hours, so you can prove that.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
That was only last year though, and I didn't go back to racing, but I kind of kept running in the background, just a bit of park run.
Was there a point in time where you thought, I'm going to be a proper runner, I'm going to try and take this really seriously, or was it always like, I'm a runner from the start, I'm a runner now?
Oh, I don't count myself as a proper runner. I don't know why. I'd say to anybody else who runs regularly, or even just runs, even if it's just 10 minutes around the block, I'd be like, well, you're a runner.
Fine,
But for some reason, I don't put myself in that category. I really should.
So you're working like every day in the week. So do you get up early and run, or do you?
What do I do? A bit of both. So I quite often get up and run before work. I'm really lucky that I only have about a half an hour commute, so I've got time. I also run with We Are Runners in the evenings, so sometimes I'll run in the evenings as well.
Because they have a few different clubs around the city, don't they? Yeah.
And last year I really got into going to track and doing a track session, and it made huge benefits to me, because I think before I'd always just gone out and run and not really thought about the speed I was doing, not really varied the speed. So I started doing some track sessions as well, which made a big difference.
So like your week itself, you're getting up and you're doing your training.
Yeah.
Like, is there a particular session in the week that you kind of aim for or work your week around, or is it a race that you'll pick to do that?
It's usually I guess the race is the end goal, and then I make my training plan fit my week. So when my dad was doing it, he was really good. I'd text him and say, I've got this on and this on and this on this week, and he'd jiggle everything around, which was really good.
Do you prefer that, having a plan, or do you prefer?
No, I need a plan. I need something. If I've got a plan, I will fastidiously stick to it. I will do everything I can not to deviate from it. Even if I have to swap something around, I'll make sure that all of those sessions are done. But I think that's just my personality. If I've got a training plan, I will stick to it. And it has its benefits, but it also has its drawbacks, in that sometimes I find it really hard to be flexible. If I just really need to be flexible, I find that really difficult sometimes. So it has its benefits, but it also has its drawbacks.
Do you have any tips for someone watching this, maybe who's trying to get into running for the first time? Obviously you did it, so how would you do it?
Put your trainers on and go out the door and do it.
Simple as that.
Once you get out the door, it gets so much easier, but that first step of getting out the door is the hardest bit. Take a friend, have a chat, run to somewhere that you've got to go. That's because you've got to go there anyway.
To work or
run to work, run home from work. Join a running club. We Are Runners has loads of free ones right across London, mornings and evenings. So having other people also makes a big difference, because you stop thinking about how, if you're tired or I can't do this, and because you're just talking to somebody else, or if somebody's new, we'll just talk at them to distract them from if they're struggling. Or
have you met quite a few friends with running?
Yeah, I think I've met some really good friends through running, and friends that will hopefully be friends for life. So
Sweet. Okay, so another question that I've asked a few people. So what inspires you to inspire others?
Oh, I don't know.
Your personal time.
I guess it's just, if I can do it, anyone can do it. And I say this to people who come to run clubs and stuff, and they're like, oh, I've only run a 5k, I could never run a half marathon or a marathon. And I'm like, well, if you can run a 5k, you can run a 10k. And once you run a 10k, you can run a half marathon. And once you run a half marathon, you can run a full marathon. I think there's so much of it is, I've learned that a lot of it, for the things that I think I can't do, are probably just in my head that I can't do it. And if I commit and I do the training, I can do it. So I guess I just want to share that with other people that maybe think, oh, I can do that.
So that kind of keeps you motivated. The fact that you're helping people go through the same process that you went through, that's keeping you inspired to do that.
I guess so.
That makes sense. That's pretty cool. Right, we've had a bit of a warm up, had the main session, and before we finish, a few little sprints before we finish that. So quick fire questions, if that's all right.
Yep.
Okay, so the first one, morning run or evening run?
Both, depending on who I'm running with.
Come on, give me one. Go on.
Evening runs with Run Club.
Okay, fair enough. Breakfast or tea?
Breakfast.
Breakfast, okay. Yoga or Pilates?
Pilates.
Pilates?
Yeah.
Train alone or train in a group?
If I'm doing my long run, I want to be on my own. If I'm doing shorter runs, I want to be in a group.
That's a common answer, by the way. Yeah,
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Medal or t-shirt?
Medal.
That's so cool. That was so quick.
I know. I got in Chicago last year. They gave the 5k. They gave you a hat. Best thing I've ever had at the end of a race.
My partner Lucy did the same thing. She did it for the hat.
Yeah. No, 100%. It's the best hat. So good.
Right. This one. Healthy diet or active lifestyle?
Active lifestyle.
Active lifestyle. Perfect. Is there anything else you want to add to speak to people who might be watching this, who come to the RunThrough events? They see you there as well sometimes, so anything you want to say to them to kind of...
Come find me, come say hello. Follow me on Instagram, Ellie _living _healthy. Really embarrassing, can't change it now, it's too late.
It's done, it's been done. Thank you for that today.
That's all right,
Appreciate
no worries.
Thank you. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and thanks to Ellie for joining us today. If you want to find out more about RunThrough, check out our website at runthrough.co.uk or on Instagram and Twitter at RunThroughUK.